Greetings, Internet. I'm Amaris from WickedOddity, and welcome to a video. I'm not really sure what this video will be called, but I just kind of want to fuck around with Touch Transformer for a little while. Go away OneDrive, I don't care. Basically, if you don't know what the site is, if you've seen videos that are like, oh, I made this AI read romance novels and it popped out this chapter, this whatever it is. This is basically what it is. You type something in, and it guesses what comes next. Sometimes it writes kind of semi-understandable stuff. Other times it writes complete bullshit. I'm hoping for the bullshit this time because it's hilarious. I don't know where this AI gets its information from because it's always like really random stuff. Sometimes it'll write about fishing. Other times it'll write about like Naruto. Like I popped in something like about a horse. And it was like, oh, or like a whole novel about Naruto. Like, what is happening? As you can see, we have a custom prompt. Other stuff we can we can use, but I don't really want to because those seem kind of boring. So we're just gonna do a custom prompt. And as it says, we're gonna type something in, the neural network guess what comes next. I don't know where it sources its information from. It's kind of random, so we're just gonna see what happens. Let's just set up something very simple, very common, very, I think very memey. Let's start with, let's see what it pops out. Whoops, hit my mic. Sorry if you heard that. Sorry, I just went ahead a little bit. Roses are red, violets are blue, and wintergreen are dark green. Why? The meanings of color are to some extent systematized. Like music and language, there is still a system that needs interpretation. We're looking for clues to the author's feelings about color, and the constraints that constrain the spectrum of color combinations. This is the only way to explain why certain colors may not be possible, or will be difficult to create in this context. While analyzing certain content, we turn to color in order to help separate things out into elements or ideas. Color can be a guide as to whether we're moving away from ideas or towards specific pieces of information. We don't really think about color while writing, though, because and it cuts off. It cuts off a lot during these things. As you can see, complete bullshit. It was just sounded like a person on Twitter writing out of their ass. It belongs on r/very smart. It's nuts. Sometimes it'll write this. It's kind of like, it's But now let's try again. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Roses are red, violets are blue, but there is an issue with this. The size of a pendulum is not reflected in the color of the glass at the base. What? The creatures need to be thoroughly hidden. You hear that, people? Hide your creatures. Hide them now. Instead, we have scaled up the crocodiles to show them alongside other things. They are too realistic. Then we have added the dragons. These are far too bad, depicting a disturbingly simian green. Is this like simulated to monkeys? Finally, we have knocked the poor puppets off the walls, pressing on them. They simply stand there like a mass of sticks and bones. And then the audience peeks at the feet of the creatures. We all know that, to put in some money, they need to place their hands at the left and right-hand sides of the... Clearly, the rest of it was far too advanced for us. Far too advanced for our minds to understand. I'm loving this so far. It goes completely off the rails, and it's insane. It's amazing. I have heard of him in legends, in tales, in stories told by a fire. His name, the hot dog man. Hold on. Was he a man made of hot dogs, or simply a hot dog-shaped man? That sounded similar. I probably should be more creative with that. Nobody knew. They only knew. And then they only knew he was hot. Sorry. I'm not sure what happened to the hot dog man, but his legend only had me reaching for a can of pop. The hot dog man, in the same way as the Wendigo or the Kool-Aid man, is misunderstood by many, and is often considered to be an evil spirit or monster. Someone out there that goes around burning dogs. It's got dark! But as someone who lives by being very attractive and observant, I noticed the hot dog man being part of a very different story. He seemed to be around. Just a general area, just around. the general area. Like, I saw him around a little bit. You know, he's misunderstood. You know how it goes. You know. It was strange, this feeling of utter hopelessness. As I stared into his eyes, they stared back, unblinking. Oh, I'm blinking. It was painful. Staring had continued for several minutes. We had yet to break. Our eyelids were shuddering. Oh, that's wrong spelling. Our eyelids were shuddering, threatening to close, but we could not stop. Not yet. Not when the ultimate, universe staring contest was under way. There we go. We were going, one of us was going to be a champion. Whether it took time or simply, I don't know. What else? Simply what? I don't know. Let's stop right now. Whether it took time or simply a perfect performance of the truth. Although I was now very quiet, my breathing was slowed and labored. The opposite of what that means. I still could hear the deep rolling rumbles for every corner of my mind. People were talking in whispers, trying to figure out a way to break the staring contest while breaking the former. And that's the end. That's kind of boring. That was a poor display. I should also mention, I can't speak, that I got this idea from Mark and Ethan's video from Unos Annas, if you guys have seen it. If it's a year after the channel has been created, what channel? It doesn't exist. So yeah, I got the idea from them, and I thought it was really cool and funny, so I've been fucking around with it this whole time. As you can see, it's full of crap. It's insane. I don't know. I took my hand out of the fish's mouth and whispered something soft and soothing to it. It was dead, and it was my fault. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and wish you all the best for the year ahead. Love, your friend. What the fuck? Was that an ending to a letter where I told somebody about it, or is that me talking to the fish as it dies? Oh my god, that's so, it's like, oh. Hope you have a wonderful holiday and wish all the best of your year ahead. Love, your friend. As it dies, it goes like, blub. Ah. What the fuck? It has no idea what that means. Shut up, AI, you're drunk. Go home. Why don't we include some of our good old buddies over at their channel who inspired me to do this? I don't know. Let's just do like Mark and Ethan absolutely love something. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. It says something. Mark and Ethan absolutely love this place. It was warm and cozy, plenty of seating. You can sit outside in the front of the building or sit at a patio with a cool beer in hand. Tropical lounge. Delicious food and a great garden view. Is this an ad now for an actual restaurant? It's noisy. It's smoke-filled. Like a hole in the wall. Boutique lobster barbecue. What? This is a site for all-you-can-eat lobster buffet. There's a big banquet at the top of the stairs where you can spread out your seating and you choose your food. The food is simple and classic. The chef is hot. The chef is hot. And the portions are generous. There's a buffet service so you can finish your meal as you want. Great. That's great. Thank you. Thanks, Mark and Ethan, for suggesting that place. These two there's the one place, I don't know. Thanks for talking about how you love this place. What the hell happened? Ethan and Mark only knew one thing. That one thing was the story of the universe. It was the story of our great human experience of wonder and wonderment and wonder. In other words, it was a story about their own existential experiences. And yet, for their characters, the simple fact that our universe began to exist, and it did not start, technically, at the beginning of the universe, or the universe before the beginning of the universe, meant that there was no reason for all of this, other than for an infinitely malleable universe to begin. Therefore, there was no reason for this to have happened, except perhaps for the story of religion. Nonan's faith was a little more than a series of fake readings of the Quran, and that went off the rails so fast. What the hell does that mean? Experience of wonder and wonderment and wonder. What the hell? I probably should have said the universe. Because I think it took the universe and was like, oh, you want to hear about the universe? Let's do that. I think it technically builds off what you say. So let's just see what it does this. Oh God! Ethan and Mark only knew one thing. And that thing was a story of sanctuary! What is that? This is the story of a beastkin hero. For someone that no human memory is to use it. This would be the supreme proof of a prophet. People of the city experienced their wars as an entertainment, and their livelihoods have gone down the drain from it. However, what finally drew their interest was the voice in their heads. Why do you seek the current demon lord? Is this from like a fantasy thing? The room had heard the prophet's report of his resurrection before. Is it Tomb Raider? It had reached them through a voice came from the north. Oh, now it's Game of Thrones. But even so, to some extent, people of the city still live their daily lives. Despite the beastkin hero, the sanctuary demon lord person, I don't know what's happening. What is going on? Like I said, this AI is bullshit. It's crazy. A red haze covered Amaris' vision as they looked up, eyes tired and dark. Blood trickled from wounds, and pain was coming from everywhere. The attack was so sudden, so violent. They knew they would bleed out in minutes. They could only make out a large, white shape in front of them. Dova sheep, they muttered, clearly in shock and pain. The dragon-horned ram looked down with cold, ruby-red eyes and spoke. No matter how much you desire to die, death will not come to you now. Dova sheep, Amara spoke again, but he couldn't really understand any of what he said. Tears of pain slowly ran down his face as his voice became hoarse. No, Dova sheep! How could you? Oh, that was really short but really good. That was amazing. Love was something he never expected to find at the bottom of a dumpster. But he stared into the beautiful dark eyes of the raccoon. All he could feel was a rushing heartbeat, and his face began to stain red. Where have you been all my life? He whispered, reaching into the bag and pulled out a handful of dollops of a green sugar that were heaped between the plastic crackers of a crust. My life was not supposed to end like this, he mumbled in a raspy sob. He heaved the broken and bloody pieces of broken and hairless body to the cold dumpster, but nobody heard him. He knew that there was no one out there to rescue him. That nobody would be able to comfort him. That took a fucking turn. What the hell? I was trying to write a funny thing about a raccoon, and you just killed a man. What? Wait, the green sugar. Wait, was there a connection there? Wait. He heaved the broken and bloody pieces of broken and hairless body. That's disgusting. The cold dumpster, nobody heard him. I don't understand. Okay, AI, you got, who's been hurting the AI lately? It's just writing like dark shit now. What is going on? Okay, let's just place my dead body in Markiplier's home, just as a hypothetical situation. Amaris was found dead in the home of Markiplier Fishbag at the age of 19 on age 5th, 2015. That's not possible. He was self-proclaimed center of YouTube's channel, and was widely regarded as one of the YouTube's one channel. It was widely regarded as one of the highest profile YouTubers in the world. Okay, fuck you. This is not turning into like a Markiplier ego stroke. I want to talk about how I'm dead. Come on. Give me some of that, AI. Talk about how I'm dead and how he's going to be arrested or some shit. Come on. I did this before as an experiment, and it was talking about justice for Markiplier or some shit, like people on Twitter, and it was like, oh, here we go. Hey! Hey! I killed myself. Hey! Please say she was given some sort of medication, but there wasn't nothing that could feel better. How dare you? What the hell? It turned into depressing. I want it to be funny. I don't want it to actually, like, be sad. Come on. What the hell? Whoa! What the fuck? Oh no, it's taking me to marry Markiplier. No thanks. He's not my type, but okay. The pair met when Amaris was playing the No Holds Barred. Was that a game? On PC Gamer. He told GameSpot, ooh. At the time, they only got into a lengthy argument on the in-game chat, resulting in a host of online death threats. Wait, did I threaten him or did he threaten me? I don't know if it was like both. What is it trying to say? PC Gamer understands that the duo were romantically involved at the time of the incident, but the relationship was rocky, and the parents were made to marry. What? No! On April 24th, Fishbach and a few... Is that how you spell his last name? I'm so sorry if I got that wrong. And a few of his friends were riding their bikes around the town of Crested Butte. Colorado, when an unknown gunman spotted the group and started firing into the air. Is that how I died? At his house? Wait, how does that work? Did he like, what? Okay, so apparently all of this shit is unrelated, because this is like the death thing. Was I? Yeah. This is like, it's saying I died when I got like fired at, but then this is like, oh hey, also this happened beforehand. This lets you know. This is what I'm talking about. This is the gold. This is the gold. This is the gold. This is the gold right here. We're gonna try to get more of this. Let me write my own self-insert fanfiction here. This is basically me writing self-insert fanfiction, basically. Uh-oh. What? Who's... Okay. Among us, Ethan and Mark were hunting for Bigfoot. It wasn't an easy task, but they knew he was out there. This is my new cryptid fanfiction preview. If you guys want to see it, you'll find it on fanfiction.net in the next couple of years. It's probably not, actually. It was only a matter of time before they broke the silence of the beast. And suddenly, it came crashing out of the trees, roaring as they attempted to corner it. It's real! Amara screamed, waving a net. Ethan got the camera, trying to follow it. Come back, Mark. Emily's son? Emily's son muttered to himself, taking hold of Emily. What? Who's that? I'll have to wait until you're sober to finish. I'm disturbed. They're lying to us! Darnell yelled, throwing himself in front of their car. What are you? And it cut off. I hate when it cuts off. It could be so good. But if it didn't do that, it'd be perfect. Oh, Lord. I really like to go home. I wrote a fucking song. Oh, my God. Did you go to prom? Did you make it? Did you remember? I'm sure you did. Every year, I'm proud of you. You look really good tonight. You look so beautiful. You're really an angel. I want to see that face. Do you remember? I'm still, no matter how I feel, you're the best thing ever. Stood in my way. Here's to our little dear. You're the best. You're the best. Do you remember? And I want to tell you how much I love you forever, 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 forever. That's actually kind of sweet, but also fucking insane. I want to see that face, bitch! I want to see that face. What? That's just a weird thing to say. I want to see that face. Give me that face. Okay, here we go. Let's see what it makes out of this. Oh, Lord. Ethan stared deeply before whispering, I want to see that face, in a mock challenge to the chameleon hunter. I would never hurt a maiden, maiden, maiden. You never hurt a maiden, maiden, she answered while cutting her dreads short with a finger. Well, with a look at her sister. She replied. Her highness in a demon form of the succubus king, seduced by a half-god, could have become that, being a succubus, but instead your blood witch manipulated her to kill her own sister. It's no wonder that she hates women. The blood witch, which she is now, the arch witch has anything. Since this witch is now controlling her, the chameleon queen cannot let her escape. You've been there. You know what it's like. It's like the blood witch, and she was now the arch witch, you know, and the chameleon queen can't let her escape. As you do. As you do. That's how it happens, man. If there's anything Amaris could do, it would shred a harmonica like a badass. All the horses would come and dance. And sometimes sharp noises scared them, so we all know what would happen then. I found a good horse or big boy wouldn't be good enough. I'd have get a burlap sack and use it to beat up the horse with. I plead the fifth. I didn't do that. Amaris looks at me like he's disappointed in me. What? I reminded him that he isn't. But what? I decided at the beginning of the show that he had to be evil because I saw that the SSS is completely evil and totally not human. But that didn't mean that I was going to let him beat up animals, which really was his job. Amaris wanted to beat up every sound ever. What? No, I didn't. This is wrong. This is slander. I call slander on this website. I don't do this. I promise. Here's the good stuff. Here's the good stuff right here. I told them to go suck on eggs because they were assholes and deserved it. They were truly horrific, having disliked pineapple on pizza. That was surely a sin worthy of death. It is. It is. They told me that the farmers who had been willing to sell them for peanuts were being harassed by two shady goons. They threatened to strip my ass off of my feet. I told them PETA law enforcement people that didn't like that much either. They did. I had been a freelance lawyer for years. When I heard about the recent baby truck to child porn prosecutions, I can't think of a more outrageous injustice than I had lost my home because some firefly was born on. What the? I'm so confused. This is what I mean. This is actually what I mean. This is like, I guess if you put in bullshit, it puts out bullshit. It's kind of how it works. Okay, let's just throw something insane then. Let's just throw something so insane, it could not possibly put out anything that makes sense. It would have to, like, put out insane crap. Okay? I'm gonna include Ethan and Mark in this because I need more people. I think it responds better to more names. So, they inspired this. They brought them on themselves. I'm just putting them in this because it's fun. Okay? I'm not responsible for anything this AI says. Okay, I'm responsible for what I say. But not the AI. Okay? Okay? Okay, we're good. We understand. Ethan, Mark, and Amara swore at the ice skating rink when a wet-ass monkey charged into a fray of people. It was a car by Baboons, I believe, by the way, so. It was a terrifying display. They found themselves running into many people. The monkey jumped on top of them, ready to strike and kill them almost notice. Their asses as red as their anger. Ketchup to the ass, ketchup to the ass, stand! Mark at one point. It took him a minute to get into the appropriate stance, needing difficulty to keep his balance. What stance? The skin of his face was almost blinded from the blood that was leaking all over his face. He saw Mars was confused and out of breath, and she had a large black needle taped to her right arm. What? Am I a drug addict? What the fuck? Oh, I wish it gone on for longer. That's amazing. Stain it, ketchup to the ass, stain it and take it. What the fuck? He said that. Okay, that's amazing. That's incredible. I love this. It was definitely not something Amara had dared to look at before. Her eyes dilated and dark and dilated outside of a weird portrait. It was an oil-stained naked man with proportions that were strange and otherworldly. It was disturbing, but impossible to look away from. It was impossible for him to move. He knew his future when he saw it, and he could feel it being built, all the way to the very core of his being, where the flesh would be a solid muscle. His would be tight, a solid muscle, and his soul would be warm, a lump of boundless power, and all of his soul would be a white, sharp and shiny like the purest light in the blackened shadow. There was no hand to touch him, no power to feel. That was fucking weird. I am creeped out. I'll show you something creepy, and it continued it for me. Okay. This video was a bit disappointing, because I figured it would be a bit more entertaining. I guess it's kind of like, it takes a while to actually get something actually funny. Maybe it's just my writing skills. Maybe I'm not good at writing for this. But either way, it was pretty fun, because some of it is so insane. Like, maybe I'll do more of this and find better phrases. I kind of thought it'd be really funny to, like, have people put in suggestions and then work off of those, because that would be hilarious in certain cases. But I just got my own mind today, and clearly it wasn't good enough, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video anyway. Actually, I really enjoyed doing this, because it's actually just something different. Usually I do gaming stuff. Today was fun, different, little experiment. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you next time. With that being said, until we meet again, farewell.